Hello, this is Bailey of Cookery School. This is Charlotte. I'm Eliza. Today we're going to be making enchiladas.
Enchiladas, you say? Right, yes we are. I'm just going to run through all the ingredients first. We have got tortillas. These ones are gluten-free because I'm going to make some gluten-free ones. Liza's got wheat-containing ones. We've got tinned tomatoes. This size tin is what you will need. We've got some kidney beans. Kidney beans are called kidney beans, because they're kidney shaped. You don't have to use kidney beans if you don't have any. You could use chickpeas. Ooh, your hair's so swishy. You could use chickpeas, butter beans, any kind of pulse really. You need 100 grams of those. That's probably about one of those small tins. You need to drain them and rinse them. We are putting in some chili powder. Fun fact, did you know that enchilada is from the Spanish verb enchilar, which means to add spice, or to add chili. So we're going to be adding chili. We've got some creme fraiche, which is just a bit like cream with a bit of a tangy edge to it. What else? Some really finely chopped red onion, one whole onion. We have salt and pepper. What have I missed out, Lizzie? Garlic clove, which we're going to crush in. We've got a little bit of lime juice. You could use fresh lime, obviously, but we don't have any. And we've got an excessive amount of cheese. I've got about 200 grams of grated cheese. We could probably get away with a bit less, but
you could use other cheese, couldn't you?
You could use any cheese, really. Red Leicester. What else could you use?
Parmesan?
I think that would be too nice. No, I don't think it would. The nice thing about this cheese is that it melts and goes a bit stringy. You could use mozzarella.
Oh yes, just thinking.
But the hard mozzarella, grated mozzarella, because that will go really nice and stringy, but it doesn't taste particularly cheesy. It's really bland. I like a nice mature cheddar with mine because I like the cheesy flavour. I think that's probably it. Shall we crack on and do it?
Yes. Right,
first thing I want you to do is to get that tin of tomatoes, strain them into a sieve, and you're keeping the chunky bits and we're getting rid of the liquid. So just pour that tin into that sieve and let it drain for a bit. Slop it in. There we go. I will get rid of that, thank you. And then move that out of the way for a bit because we're just going to let the tomato juice drip out of the sieve into the bottom of the bowl. And then in your bowl, you're going to add your kidney beans. Nice. Chili. We are going to enchilada. Our stuff, we reckon about a teaspoon of chili powder should be enough, but obviously just add as much or as little as you like. You do want a bit of a kick because there's quite a lot of the creamy stuff, like the creme fraiche and the cheese will really take the heat out of it, so don't be as scared to put, a decent whack of chili in. Put that in. What do you think? A bit more? Or you
I would like half a bit more.
Well, we could always, what we'll do is in a minute when we've got all the stuff, that looks good. We'll try it in a minute and see if it's too spicy. Oh, well, see if it's spicy enough. If it's too spicy, we're ruined. Yeah. Because you can always add, you can't take away, so err on the side of caution. What else goes in there? Probably the onion. Yeah, onion, let's stick the onion in. Scrape the bowl out with your spoon, get all the last bits of onion in. We need to crush that garlic in.
Yes.
So get your garlic clove and your garlic crusher. If you haven't got a garlic crusher, you can chop it really finely, or you could literally crush it by...
Do you have a knife to scrape?
Yeah, you can use that. I'm going to pass you a knife if you want one. So the garlic is in, the chilli, the onions, a bit of lime juice. We're going to put, is it a tablespoon? I think it's 1 tablespoon of lime juice, isn't it? Tablespoon of lime juice. Fill it up to the top. Perfect. If you were using fresh lime, you'd use the juice of a whole lime. Should we get that tomato in now? So let's have a look at the, just put it out, so just give it a bit of a shake. So we've just drained off, pop that in there. Just pour all of that tomato mush in there. just drained off some of the liquid so it's not too wet. I shall get rid of that. Give it a really good stir, and then we'll put a bit of salt and pepper in. Salt and pepper. So a pinch of salt, a good grinding of pepper. Yeah, go on. That stuff needs to be crushed a bit. Put a bit more in, that was a tiny bit. There you go. Bit of pepper.
Tell me when to stop.
Oh, pepper.
I really like pepper.
Yeah, me too. There you go, that'll probably do. Another really good stir.
You can probably put just as much as you like really in here.
Yes.
As much. If you're someone who really likes a lot of seasoning, then you can put more. If you don't like it as much, then don't put as much in.
And it's important to test stuff as you go along to make sure you haven't put.
Testing it, shouldn't we?
Well, let's do that now. Do you want to use that spoon?
Okay.
Try it on. See how chilly it is. Is it hot?
Spicy.
Oh well, don't forget we are going to put cheese and creme fraiche, and that'll take the edge off.
So
Yeah.
because the tortillas are quite mild.
They're really bland, aren't they? So is that all
We don't
right?
want it to be bland, do we?
No, it's no. Right. So we now need our tortillas. Do you want to grab yours?
Yes.
I think the easiest thing is if we start with a bit of creme fraiche on the bottom. So you get probably about that much. That's kind of, what would you say? That was like 2 teaspoons, I'd say. There you go. You stick. Do you want?
Maybe this one.
Oh, yeah.
This is the one I need.
So you put it on. Spread it round. Yeah, that looks all right. Spread it all the way. We'll leave a bit of a gap. It doesn't matter. All your things a bit small, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all right. Don't worry. I'm just gonna
Oh dear.
demonstrate. Oh, we need it. Oh, you've got that spoon there.
I
Okay.
used that for my mouth.
Okay, I'll get you another one.
Would you both
I'll just
use
use this one, can we? So about that much. You can always add a bit more. I think I'm gonna have loads of filling left. I'm gonna need a bit more. There you go.
I don't need as much as you because mine are smaller. But I do want them to be quite abundant. Abundant.
Okay. They look abundant. Tell you what would be nice in this. A bit of fresh coriander.
Oh yes.
All chopped
Would
up.
indeed be
Didn't
lovely.
have any coriander, so no coriander for us. You're hogging it all now.
I'm
I want
sorry.
some.
I'm sorry.
Right, there we go. And then we need some cheese in there as well.
Yes.
So I'm going to spread that out a little bit, sort of cover the creme fraiche, a bit more of that.
So the creme fraiche was kind of a base layer, wasn't it? Like
Yeah.
when you're making a pizza and you put the
Yeah.
when you put the tomato puree on the bottom.
Okay. Do you want to grab the cheese? Just ditch that spoon. Grab the cheese. Bring a plate over and stick it here, and then we can both put a handful, get a chunk of cheese, sprinkle it over the top. Oh, I wondered how long it would take you to arrive, doggy. There we go. Bit of cheese for Hoopy. Not too much cheese for Hoopy. There we go. We need to save some cheese for the top.
Oh, okay. I like it to be really cheesy on the top because it's nice and golden.
Okay, can I have a dish, please?
Indeed.
Lovely, thank you very much. And then this is the last job, is to roll them up like big fat sausages.
Oh no.
Or not sausages, what are they called? Swiss
Scrolls?
rolls. And then put them carefully, fold side down. It's all right, doesn't matter. That's why you leave a bit of a gap around the outside, but you put it fold side down and no one will see that bit.
Okay.
That's it. And then get the next one on top, but not on top, next to it, which will keep it
You
in
want it to
place.
unravel. There we go.
So there we go. Fold side down.
This one's better.
Oh, it's always the way. The first one's always a bit of a trial, isn't it? Right,
That's
next
it,
thing we need to put more creme fraiche on top. There's a spoon for you.
Thank you very
Spoon
much.
for me. You're welcome. Get some of this. Do you want to take the pot?
Thank you.
And then you just spread it.
So the cheese sticks.
Basically, yeah. We're making a creamy, cheesy topping.
Okay.
Is there a bit more for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. There you go. I think that's probably enough. You can have the rest of that. If you scrape around that pot, that'll good. That is nice.
Yes.
And then cheese on top of that. So just do the same thing again. Get your handfuls. Sprinkly, sprinkly.
Mine are going to stick together.
Doesn't matter.
It's going to be like a binoculars of enchiladas.
Oh. Okay, there we go. That looks nice. You have these last few bits. Chuck, chuckity chuck. They look nice. Right, so these now go in the oven at 180 degrees or 160 degrees fan, which is gas mark 4. They'll take about 25 minutes. The cheese will go golden and bubbly on the top, and the beany mixture will be nice and warm all the way through. So we'll come back in 25 minutes and have a look at these.